Welcome back to the Hotel Orloff. It is September 13th, 2023. This is episode 734. And this morning, it's a beautiful Saturday morning here. Waiting for Dr. Silverage to come on live and Dr. Silverage and Shannon to come on TV. I'll be enjoying that and then watching the coverage of the Donald Trump rally in Des Moines all day. But for right now, I'm trying to get everything organized up here on the 7th floor of the Hotel Orloff, where we keep most of the comic books. And what I'm really trying to do right now is newer books that have come into the collection. I'm trying to get them in alphabetical order, bagged and boarded, so that we can put them into a box ready to be put into the other boxes in the regular collection. So we start with this issue of Batman. Aquaman would go in front of that alphabetically, correct? And then Green Lantern number 11. Now let's see. G goes after B, so we'll put that here. Some of these have okay. Well, this Aquaman has been boarded with a golden age, and I can use that. I'm going to take this Aquaman out and board it in more of a silver age, and that way I can reuse the golden age one. Well, let's look at it while it's out, huh? What do you think? It's got a date stamp, September 8th, 1969. That was put on there when it came to the newsstand, so they would know when it was put out, so they'd know when it was time to take it off the stands. And so this is a wonderful, can't wait to read this, man. That's what Aquaman's supposed to look like, right? Not Jason Momoa, although I guess he was perfectly okay in the role. He just doesn't look the role, and therefore, now Amber Heard looked like Mara in the comic, but now everyone hates her because of the Johnny Depp trial, and they want her taken completely out of that new movie. When does that come out? This summer, probably? Okay. So that's a golden age. Where did I put that? Yeah, these all could probably, okay. So I've got a golden age bag and board now I could use on something else. This Batman is also in a golden age. Let me reuse that. Because these are times of, these are lean times economically, and I don't really have access to a local comic book store, and a lot of comic book stores don't even carry golden age bags and boards. And as far as, if any of you don't know, I mean, golden age is, comics used to be wider back in the old days. And anyway, yeah, this will fit into this bag fine, and then I can put it in with my Silver Age comics, and I can reuse that for one of these books like the ones we were looking at last night that just don't quite fit. Okay, Batman, and this Green Lantern also is in a wider. We'll take Green Lantern out. Green Lantern number 11. This is pretty historic because this is the oldest Green Lantern comic that I have in my personal collection. Some people call it PC. Some people use the acronym PC for their personal collection. And the problem with that is that acronym is already used for personal computer and by Marxists for the term politically correct. So those are, I'd rather just say in my personal collection, in my permanent collection, or in the collection. I'm not a big fan of using acronyms just to save 1 second of speaking. You know, I'm not ever going to say, I'm going to KFC. I would say, I'm going to Kentucky Fried Chicken. But I won't say that because there is no Kentucky Fried Chicken around. And even if there was, Kentucky Fried Chicken is not what it used to be at all. Okay, this Wonder Woman's also in a bag too big for, oh, the neighbor's mowing his lawn. Now my lawn's going to look horrible. I've got to get out. We've got to get a lawnmower. The last day of the Amazons. Lawnmower we left behind. It was barely working, but I mean, I could. But thought, well, we'll get one when we get to the new world. You know, when we left the old country, and yeah, man, that stinks. You're out mowing the lawn. Well, it's going to be a somewhat nice day here, which is good. Don't want Trump being rained on. He's going to be, his rally's going to be about an hour from here. Okay, so right now I'm getting Silver Age separated from Golden Age. Okay, this is Bronze Age. I'll put that after. Oh, it's in all thick. Oh, this is good. Actually, a lot of these bags, a lot of these books have actually been bagged with gold in it. See how they're the extra space on either side? These are books. I can use those for the Golden Age comics. That's good. So Batman Family. Now we're talking about books from the 70s here. But it has reprints of great 50s Batman comics in the back. That was really good. These Superman Family and Batman Family comics would have a news story in the front and then great reprints in the back. That was a great time. All right. So I'm waiting for the big Saturday memory show to start. Where is the remote? Ah, yes. I think it says it's going to start in 20 minutes, Dr. Silverage's show. Okay, we saw this Justice Incorporated last night. Let's get this after Batman Family. Okay, the dog is here. I just fed Drew 2 breakfasts, so she can't be hungry. Yes, she can, actually. She's a beagle. Okay, this Metamorpho, the Element Man. I love Metamorpho. How many people know about Metamorpho? Great artist, Ramona Fradon, or actually, I think it's actually pronounced Fraden. Ramona Fraden. I've always pronounced it in my mind like it's a Spanish name and say Fradon, but it's Fraden. She's still around. She was a terrific female cartoonist. Drew Aquaman and Metamorpho. All that. Oh, Drew is laying down because I don't want her to start chewing on these highly collectible comic books. Okay, so that goes with the Silver Age. And then in a later episode, you'll see me get these books into the actual Silver Age bags and all that. Here's some beat-up copies of the Three Musketeers. Man Bear Pig just posted a comment. I just saw it go up on the top of the screen telling me I should grow my beard out for a full year. Okay. This Life with Archie comic, it also is got a Golden Age, what I could use for a Golden Age or a gold key. So I'm going to take it out and put it in a smaller bag and board. These bags and boards came courtesy of a birthday present. Steve, also known as Charlton66, sent me a birthday present a few weeks ago for my birthday. And I didn't know bags and boards, I guess I should have figured, are available through Amazon.com. So he sent me some. Now I'm able to do this bagging and boarding. Here's another book with a wider bag and board. So I take it out, put that here. And what I'm doing is I'm putting them down inside the top of a comic book box because If you just stack them up without walls around it, then they just slide everywhere. Oh my goodness. Clark Kent is really, what's going on with him, man? He's starting to look like Hunter Biden with his crack pipe. This is Superman number 247. Oh boy, this may actually, because this has a spine roll, it may not actually fit in one of these bags over here. I may need to leave it in that Golden Age bag. I don't know. There, well, it fit, oh, actually, it's doing okay. It fit fine. They have bags that are even thinner now for today's comics that come out today that are even thinner. See it? There we go. I can still consider this Silver Age until, in my collection, the Bronze Age starts when comics go to 20 cents. So comics were 15 cents, and then both Marvel and DC went to 25 cents. I think Marvel only went for 2 months to 25 cents. DC stayed longer and tried to give a bigger page count, but both companies switched to 20 cents. So the 20 cent era, when I really started to get into comics big time as a third and fourth grader, second grader also, that is when the Bronze Age started for me. But you know, that's not what other collectors think. Not that I'm a collector, I'm just someone that loves this stuff. Okay, this is also in a Golden Age bag. I'm going to take it out, save the Golden Age bag. Here's Abbott and Costello. I've shown you these books before. This can go in a thinner bag. And this, I have my Charlton books separate, so this will go into the Charlton boxes. I've got an empty long box here, and I'm putting things in here organized. It's kind of like I'm a mailman. I'm sorting out by address where these things are ultimately going to reside once I get them into the other room. And I've got to get there's 2 doors that go into the comic book room, and I want to open those doors so the air flows better here on the 7th floor. And but I've got to get everything off the floor, because if I leave them, I got to do that today, and I got to mow the lawn too. But I'm gonna have to do it in a crazy way where I use this. Well, I have a way of shaving it down. Okay, so this Marvel Tales is also was also in a larger bag. Okay. Okay, Marvel Tales goes here in front of Metamorpho. Then we've got this wonderful Dell comic, Davy Crockett and his Indian Fighters. That'll go into the Dell Gold Key boxes. You know that actually this one's a little too wide. I'm going to put that in here with these Golden Age books. So that would go, I'm going to file that under W for Walt Disney. There we go. The camera's crooked. Let me fix that a little bit. Okay, that's better. Okay. The very first issue of Grimm's Ghost Stories. Got this great ad for SSP racers on the back. I always point out the uncanny resemblance to Nancy Pelosi, or is that more Dianne Feinstein? Kind of like Dianne Feinstein and Nancy Pelosi had a baby. That's this witch that hosts this horror comic from Gold Key Comics. Gold Key Comics, someone bought the name to Gold Key and is about to revive the company. They have a Kickstarter going. And I'm sure it will be, I don't want to be cynical. I was going to say I'm sure it will be terrible, but you know it's going to be terrible because very, very few good things come out today in the world of 2023. All right, this is ridiculous. This camera is way too crooked. Okay, there we go. Now it's fixed. Okay. What else we got here? Okay. These comics you saw last night, we need to get them in here. Mandrake, I'll put with the Gold Key. Yeah, I guess so. And then we've got a Harvey comic. We'll go here. Okay, so this Magnus Robot Fighter, I showed it to you last night, but I couldn't put a bag on it. But now I can use one of these bags that I just took off of one of those other books. No, Drew. Drew is about to eat a bottle cap, a metal bottle cap to a... not good. I better move those. Oh, boy. No. Magnus needs to go over here. Okay. The books that are too wide, I'm having to put in a magazine box over here. Okay, it looks like 11 minutes till Dr. Silverage's show starts. That's better. Okay. This one we can put in with the Silverage. That would go under H for House of Mystery. I've been putting these replica comics in a separate place, but I think I'm just going to file them in with Silverage. They're not real. This is like a new book that just came out a couple of weeks ago, but it's a replica of a Silverage book. I think I'm just going to file them in with my Silverage books. What the heck? Same thing with this Avengers replica, reproduction, whatever you want to call it. Okay, yeah. Okay, this is Atlas Seaboard. That'll go separate. Let's put that there. No, Drew, stay back. How dare you? Okay. This is a modern comic from the 1990s. To me, the 1990s is just like yesterday, so I don't consider that old. This is also a modern comic, an issue of Poison Ivy number 10 from really like last month. Here's some Sabrina comics, issue 37 and issue 6. No, Drew, come on. Don't lick the comics, man. Don't lick the comics. That's our motto here in the Hotel Orloff, that no one is allowed to lick the comics. Drew the dog, any guests here at the hotel, they're not allowed to lick the comics. Okay, let's see. Man, what do let's see. Archie comics. Where did I put the Archie comics? Wonder Woman, Batman. Oh, here we go. Archie. Life with Archie. Sabrina. 1970s Batman comic. It is Batman 281. That goes with the Bronze Age. Don't lick the comic books. How dare you? It's not allowed, man. Don't lick the comics. We need to write a song. Don't lick the comics. That'll be a big hit on the radio. Where did I put the Bronze Age? Wonder Woman. There we go. Batman family. Okay, this will also be Bronze Age. Oh, God, Drew the dog laid down, so she's calm. I'm going to file this under T for Tarzan. even though technically it's W, Weird Worlds, but it's part of the Tarzan line because it's the other heroes that Edgar Rice Burroughs created other than Tarzan were in this DC comic. Okay, Tarzan. Oh, the dog's still gonna mess with me, man. I am starving. Are you guys starving? We're gonna need to get some food here real quick. Oops, I said that. The word food, and I said it again, and the dog hears me. That's not good. Anthro is also a Silver Age comic that will go before Aquaman. I have several copies of this comic. This one doesn't have the title. This is a fantastic book. The other copies I have of this have the title, but this one was basically given to me free. What happened is when a comic didn't sell, instead of sending the whole comic back, the newsstand dealers would just chop off the title and send those back, and they'd get credit for the books that didn't sell that they paid, for. And sometimes they send the whole cover back, and then they were supposed to destroy the books, but usually, no, Drew. Gosh darn it. Why can't she just, I need to do these shows while I know she's asleep. But then she'll wake up because she has a sixth sense that I'm recording a show. This is too crooked, man. Is that better? Okay. All right, so I think at one point someone tried to sell this for 15 cents. All right. Well, that certainly would have been a good deal because it provides a whole lot of fun reading, even though, yes, it's unattractive to have the title ripped off. This will need to go in with these thicker, lighter books. Okay, I need to check to see if Dr. Silverage has gone live. Oh, the dog's messing up everything, man. What the heck are you doing? The dog has gone mad. Holy cats, man. Oh, you're leaving everything all tore up and confused here in the Hotel Orloff. This wild animal, man. The dog is messing up. No! Daru has gone insane. I may need to take her out on a walk. But Dr. Silverate starts in 5 minutes, Drew. You're messing up my whole morning. I'll take you on a walk, don't worry. Ouch. I gotta take the dog for a walk, or nothing will get accomplished here. Okay. She's already heard me say the W word, walk, so I'm committed to it. So let's go, Drew. Gotta work off some excess energy here in the Hotel Orloff. Yes, I think Man Bear Pig is correct. I do need to grow my beard back because either that or lose weight because it just looks horrible, all this unsightly fat gathered around. Okay. Drusilla the dog. You want to go on a walk? Do you want to walk? Do you want to go on a walk? Why, of course you do. I need sunglasses. Come on, Drew. It's the big day. Donald Trump's going to be on today. You're going to enjoy that. We're going to go on an amazing walk. Let's set this down so I can put the leash on her. Okay, Drew. Okay. Oh, they're going to have a press conference with the alien invaders. Okay, so got such a mess. All these, I actually, I don't have a lot of grass, but I'm actually going to trim it down with this thing because I don't have a lawnmower yet. Because it's horrible, man. Horrible, I tell you. I want to just get some AstroTurf and so I don't have to mow the lawn. But that wouldn't be good. Oh, come on, Drew. Come on out. Come on out. Come on out now, boy. Come on, girl. Yep, nice sunny day out here. Sunny day, sweeping the clouds away. On my way to where the grass is green. Is that how it goes? No. Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? Get the pooper scooper. And we're heading on out. Listen to the delightful birds singing here on this gorgeous Saturday morning. Let's see. And my mission for the day is to get the main comic book room up on the 7th floor all ready to be presentable for humanity. Come on, Drew, you want to walk downtown? Let's get out of the middle of the street. Drew is too scared to walk downtown. Come on, Drew. Let's go. Okay. Let's go this way, Drew. You're so scared of this way. This dog is being obstinate. Come on, Drew. Come on, Drew. Drew, we can keep going. We can walk further. She didn't like these long walks, man. She wants to go back in. Drew, you're messing up the algorithm of the show. Nope, everyone tunes out and doesn't want to watch the show when we get interrupted by a walk. Okay. Holy cats. Okay. Well, let's head on back. And we're so rudely interrupted. Let's see what we have over here. While we're down here, maybe there's something entertaining I could show you. Look at this. We're on the moon. And Nixon resigns. Someday, it would be great if it said Biden resigns. They're starting to uncover a lot of his shenanigans, but will anything be done about it? We'll have to see. All right. We're heading on back. I'll show you what I'm talking about real quick. This room here is where I keep the comics, and it's just a mess, stuff everywhere. And so I've got to organize this, get all these boxes where they should be, then open that door that goes into the other room. And that's my mission for today. Then I can just leave this door open and that other door open. Oh, they've already gone live.
Happy belated birthday to you, Shannon. Thank you, kind sir. I really appreciate that.
And this is where the cats hang out. This is the guest bedroom. See, that's the other door into the comic room. Hello, cats. They get a little bit of sun there and comfort. And let's turn up the sound a little bit so we can hear Dr. Silverage. I'm multitasking. I'm watching their show while doing my show.
Wake up about 7:30, 8 o'clock, and then head down here.
Oop, wrong button.
I woke up
I'm not used to this television. It's my wife's deal. Oh, shoot. What did I do? What did I do? Oh, my gosh. I pressed the wrong button. I'll turn the thing off and back on. What a hassle. This could be the worst show ever. The worst show since the last show. Oh, God, she's laying down. The dog is laying down. Okay. I need to get a little bit of volume.
talking about one of my grandsons last night. I said, "Do you know how old Papa is, you know?" And he's like, "No." And I was like, "You're not that old." I was like, "Yeah, I am."
All right.
Bless him, right?
All right, so this wonderful live broadcast happens every Saturday morning on the Dr. Silveridge channel. All right. Oh yeah, last week they were showing their artwork that they did, that they've done in their childhood and in their young adult years. So it's good. This is Bronze Age. Okay. This is Silver Age. Oh, I can't comment on their show and say hi because I'd have to do that on the phone, and I'm recording with the phone. What problems we have here. First world problems, right? There's Peter the Little Pest. That is also Silver Age. Some people would argue with me, but as long as with Marvel, as long as that is there, the corner box, I consider it to be Silver Age. That is that's the way I do things here in the Hotel Orloff. Okay, this Superboy is in a golden age. We'll get that. Okay, that goes there. Superboy, this 12 cents is real big because this is right after comics switched to 12 cents. And the people that ran the drugstores and the newsstands were used to charging 10 cents for comics since the late 1930s, and here it is 30 years later. It's just like comics are always 10 cents, but now they went up to 12 cents in late 1961, so they have to put 12 cents real big to remind them, hey, you got to get that extra 2 cents. And this one is March 1962. Like I said, just one of the I think they went to 12 cents in maybe December of 61, and then so it's March of 62. So this comic book came out when John F. Kennedy was president. Look, it's in wonderful condition. It's something that I'm going to have fun reading this summer. I'm going to be doing a lot of summer reading, fine literature, comic books, all kinds of stuff. I hope to have a productive summer. So I put it into a slightly narrower bag, and we'll get this filed away. I'll be doing that while because when they have these Trump rallies, Right Side Broadcasting starts 5, 6, 7, 8 hours before he goes on, and they just interview people in the crowd, and I find that fascinating, and I love. I just love to watch every second of it. I don't know. To me, that's my Super Bowl. I'm not really into sports, but I sure do love Trump rallies. Okay. It's another Superboy comic and Adventure Comics. I'll bag that one later. What else do we have here? Okay, issue of Action Comics. Another issue. Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Get that under... I can't remember if I filed it under N or S. How do you guys do it? I think I've been filing it under N for Nick Fury, even though, you know, technically it's, if you look up here in the corner box, it says Shield. But I think I've always just filed it under N. Guys, you tell me what you do down in the chat below. Just curious. Strange Adventures number 191. That goes here.
Because if you don't, you may lead to believe you cannot draw, which would be.
All right, I'm looking forward to seeing their artwork here. Here is Superman 175 with this terrific ad for the gigantic Frankenstein Aurora model kit, which is this kid's walking him like he's a little brother. That is a tremendous model kit. Anyway, first time I saw one for real was in like a thrift store, really, and they had like Stephen King like horror books, and they said spooky books, and then they had this right there, right above the books, and I said, "Is that for sale?" And they said, "No, that's just there for the spooky books section." I thought, oh, shoot. But so later I was able to get one from eBay, and then now they've made reproductions of them, even though I think that's pretty pricey too, because they didn't make many of the reproductions, and it's such a sought after model kit, people will pay even a lot of money for the reproductions that were made 10, 15 years ago. All right, so Superman. Why is that there? What just happened? Oh, I lost the Wi-Fi for a second. My goodness.
Happy birthday to Shannon as well.
Thank you, kind sir.
Superboy, Superman.
Yeah, so it's what team here?
Maybe that's what I got to use the bell for.
I don't think this is gonna fit. I don't think this will fit in this bag. Let's just see. Yeah, it's a little snug, but I guess it does. This is World's Finest 170. I don't like them to be that snug, though.
Let's see some of that Kubrick-inspired artwork, baby.
Dang, I'm hungry. Okay. This is Pedigreed. That's from the Randy collection. This issue of Lois Lane. I don't file it under L. I file it under Superman because I consider that part of the title. Superman's girlfriend, Lois Lane, and it just works better to be there with. Does it look like my face is brown there? What is going on there? Is that just the lighting? What is going on? It's like I have mud smeared on my face. What is wrong with me? I'm getting old and disgusting looking. Some kids didn't treat their comics very well, including this kid. Lois Lane tended to be read more by girls, and guys tended to read more, Superman and Action Comics. Now, when comics went from 10 cents to 12 cents, boys rebelled. They went and bought other things. The sales of comics with boys plummeted tremendously until about 1964 or 5. Then it went back up. But I've read that the sales of Lois Lane never went down because and other books that were aimed at girls didn't mind paying the extra 2 cents, but boys did not like that. So girls kept buying the comics for a few years, guys didn't, which is why some of those early Marvels from that era are pretty valuable.
There's a stripe from
Superman's girlfriend. Okay. Superboy. All right.
I was trying to work on perspective. So
Again, another from that pedigree collection, from the Randy collection,
watch Tower on the Moon.
issue 234.
Here we have some little Egypt motif.
This is later in the 60s, possibly early 70s. Let's see. Man, I can't even read that.
I don't know where the originals are, but I Xeroxed those.
I would say it's a very safe bet. This is right around the time of the moon landing because of all the moon advertisements in here. It's always good to buy rings from a comic book. I just saw another astronaut ad.
More practice.
Oh, I'm going to have to go get breakfast.
More for Hans.
Oh, this is one of the all-time great ads for the Moon Monster poster. Oh, here we go. You can get a 6-foot-tall astronaut poster. Yeah. I'd rather have a Frankenstein poster or a Dracula poster than that, but I guess that would be cool, an astronaut.
I don't have a fetish, but that's just, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just some more practice.
When you have the TV on and you have cool people on the TV, you don't feel as lonely. You feel like you're there with a group of people doing.
Yeah, practicing my ink in there a little bit.
Okay.
Just some more prelim stuff.
Here's an issue of Iron Man, looks like number 76, but without a cover.
Just amazing.
Here is issue 62, partially without a cover.
That might be the Earth 2 Robin down
Nice.
there, I'm not sure.
Comics without covers are actually worth more than books with covers because there's not as many of them. So expect to pay higher prices for comics without covers.
Some movie or something with sketching, whatever was on the screen.
Hopefully you understand I'm kidding. Just in case there's some that takes me seriously. I'm not serious very often. H-I...
Oh, there you go.
Okay. It's got the
I don't know what her name was.
1960s go-go checks, but this is not... Well, it reprints 1960s stories inside. Should I put... Yeah, I'm not going to put this with the Silver Age books. That just wouldn't be right. I'll put it with the more modern books.
Anatomy and,
I guess that would be under Justice League, yes. Here's Justice League of America, number 83.
I think I was copying something from Bernie Rice, and I don't know what this is from. There's like a glue coming out of the grave.
Maybe was I out in the sun, and is that like a tan? I need to go look in the mirror and see what's going on, man. Something horrible's happening to me. So here's an issue of Dead of Night. Someone cut out a coupon. Really nice. It's not a... Yeah, they wanted to order the fishing gear. This was a comic I got here locally. So whoever owned this comic originally ordered the fishing gear, but they didn't order from the Deadliest Man Alive, the initiation into the Black Dragon Fighting Society.
That's always tough to do.
All right. But it was an issue of Dead of Night I didn't have, and it was very cheap, so I thought I'll get it, because I love Marvel and DC horror comics from that era. I have my Marvel horror books separate, so I'm going to put that in a separate place to go to a separate destination.
Right out of the 60s.
Okay. This GI Combat is in a golden age. I'll save the golden age. This is a wonderful war comic from DC, 60s. This might have been a book that my older brothers owned because they were buying tons of war books during this time period, but none of those books survived to be passed down to me, so I'll just pretend that this is a book that came from my older brothers. My oldest brother passed away. He was in the Army. He was in a helicopter crash in the Army. For a little while, he was the assistant to Patton's son. But anyway, got out of the Army, worked for Southwestern Bell Phone Company, invented a bunch of things for them, had patents, but, you know, of course, they own them because he created it while working for them. And then they got rid of all their senior employees because they wanted to save money, and so he wound up working for the government, for Homeland Security. And his family was, for a while he was living in Colorado, then he was moved to Washington, D.C. I think this is during the time Obama was president. And so the family stayed in Colorado, and sometimes he would commute, you know, he would come back and forth to Colorado to see his family from Washington, D.C. And one time, I guess his heart gave out on the way back to Washington, D.C., and he managed to get off the highway. He was driving at the time, and just barely scrape up against the metal barrier between the road, and it only like knocked his side view mirror off. And so people passed by, I think, for a couple hours, just thought it was a guy stalled on the side of the road. No one realized that he had passed away or was in the process of it. And so he managed to not take anyone with him, you know, when he passed away. And then my other brother, that was my oldest brother, and my other brother, has just dropped off the face of the earth, and I can't, I don't know how to get in touch with him. Because my wife and I, we both changed our phone numbers, and then I sent him a text and said, hey, I changed my phone number. Hey, and we just adopted a dog. I sent him a picture of the dog. And then when my wife contacted him, he was real mad and he was like furious that I had changed my phone number and hadn't told him, and I hadn't changed. I mean, I had told him, but he just was so furious, he just basically didn't want to talk anymore. So I don't know what's going on. So I don't really have much family left. My parents are both gone too. There's a darling pet monkey you could order for $18.95. This Marvel Tales is a wonderful book where you can read earlier stories from the earlier 60s. This was put out in the 60s, but it reprints the stories from even earlier in the 1960s.
Are you 60?
Yes. People keep asking me that. I'm like, we don't need to use the number. You know.
Roger says, no curves in y'all's art. That's much like early Jack Kirby, not giving suits going.
Actually, I put these Marvel Tales in a separate box now that I think about it. So let me file them separately because I put them, because I've got a comic box that's got Spider-Man art on the side of it. So I use that for my Marvel Tales. And this is another issue of Marvel Tales. I'm going to recycle these Golden Age bags, and then everything's going to work out wonderfully.
I gravitated to
Whatever you like, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? That probably...
I saw someone say,
Dang, that looks weird. It looks like...
So, you look great for 60.
It's probably from driving in the car, and that's where the sun hits me. I don't know. But I don't drive in the car that often. What is going on with my...
Yeah, those are fun.
Oh, yeah.
They still have those online.
This is Marvel Tales number 6.
Still find them. Yeah. I never drew them, hand drew them, but I did do some on the computer.
Yeah.
They make like
Here's that artist I was telling you I really like, Ramona Fraden.
You know what that
female artist that
Wow.
she would do art in the 70s for Super Friends.
Stay right where you
Her
are,
art was
sir.
very distinctive and different from other artists just because she just had a different style that the way she drew, I just really love it. And I can immediately spot her art just like I can spot Marie Severin's art. I think that's great too. Okay. I don't know how much memory my phone has. This show may not go much longer. But the next show, I'll be able to show you how that comic room is completely fixed up. I hope. Okay, that goes there. Okay, here's another Harvey comic reprinting Richie Rich comics. Let's put that with that Casper comic we just saw. Here it is. This is also in a Golden Age size, so I'm going to switch it out. This is great reprints. That's John Severin's art. A minute ago I mentioned Marie Severin. That's her brother, John Severin. Their styles are very similar. I love them both. It's so cool that a brother and sister both became great artists in the comic book industry. And all right, so this is Bronze Age, 20 cents. Western Gunfighters is the name of that comic. So number 11. So that'll go. Okay, the dog is barking at people outside, luckily downstairs, so we're not getting interference here. I'm wondering if this will, I could probably fit this in a thinner, possibly. It's I might not be able to. This is kind of a thick book.
For those of you guys that don't know, I'm sure you already do, Eli Katz is Gil Kane's real name.
Maranya says Liefeld was infamous for hiding feet altogether though.
Oh, here comes Drew the dog to wreak more havoc and create more mischief. There's this will be an Archie book going into the Archie section. Okay, this Unknown Worlds could also go in a thinner, a less wide bag.
Captain's checking his vitamins this morning.
Oh my gosh.
Jimbo! Ready?
How you doing this morning,
It's
Jimbo?
like all the Four Color Fossils are watching this morning on. I'll watch the show again where I can pay more careful attention. I cut it too close. I had planned to do this show earlier and then relax and watch this show, and I kept getting delayed. This is Unknown Worlds number 44, in case you're wondering. ACG, it's kind of a sister company to DC. I put them in a separate box too. So let me add a section for that.
For the captain. Captain Strangelove says, I had talent.
All right.
I had talent. Yeah. If I had talent.
Yeah, this Walt Disney's Comics and Stories can also be put in a thinner.
Oh my gosh.
This is from
Shannon?
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it.
December of 1967.
Holiday, Alan and everyone else.
Kids could send in their own drawings and have them published in this. That was a cool thing that Gold Key did that allowed kids to be published artists.
Yeah, that dinosaur was pretty cool, man. That really was. That was pretty neat. Hippie's collectibles. Oh my God, I love it. Thank you. You're very welcome, sir. Well deserved.
Just can't get this camera. It's always crooked.